Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. Scott talks about his work, assisting people transitioning out of foster care. The HGTV personality, Scott, is currently on the board of directors for A Sense of Home, a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit prevents homelessness before it starts by creating first-ever homes and a community for youth aging out of foster care, according to the organization's website. Before he recently joined their board of directors, Scott informed his Instagram followers on April 24 that he had been volunteering with A Sense of Home for the past 2 years. In the caption of the Instagram post, Scott added, "This incredible nonprofit does incredible work creating homes for young people leaving foster care. And they recently launched a new emergency relief program that provides fully functioning home environments for those who lost everything in the Los Angeles fires." After that, he urged his followers to get involved with the group. Scott stated, "Please register to volunteer, donate furniture, or donate money at asenseofhome.org. Jonathan Scott has been providing assistance to those impacted by the fires in Los Angeles. Jonathan Scott, Scott's brother, has made no secret of his desire to assist individuals impacted by the January 2025 flames in Los Angeles. Jonathan Scott stated his goal is to try and help Los Angeles residents to understand the steps because it's incredibly confusing in an interview with KCAL in March 2025. He also stated that he wants people who are making the decision to rebuild their homes to know they can build back better. In an interview with KTLA-5 in April 2025, Jonathan Scott offered some guidance to people rebuilding their homes after the flames in Los Angeles. For example, he advised against building back with vented crawl spaces or vented attics. In the interview, Jonathan Scott stated, "That's how embers get into your home and starts the fire from the inside." When rebuilding, the HGTV star also suggested making sure all materials in the exterior of your home are Class A non-combustible. Zooey Deschanel, Jonathan Scott's fiancée, lost her childhood home due to the fires. Jonathan Scott stated in the March 2025 KCL interview that the Palisades fire destroyed the house where his fiancée, Zooey Deschanel, was raised, along with her parents, Mary Jo and Kayla Deschanel. "The journey has been extremely emotional. My recollections of the place only span 5.5 years. In the KCAL interview, Jonathan Scott stated, "They have owned that house for more than 40 years. He added that a lot of other families in the Los Angeles region are facing same challenges. It's difficult because so many families are going through it, where they simply lost everything." Jonathan Scott stated, "There was no time to grab anything." Jonathan Scott of HGTV made some startling remarks regarding Zooey Deschanel's former husband in 2019. Jonathan Scott, star of Property Brothers, started dating actress Zooey Deschanel, star of New Girl. The pair declared their engagement 4 years later, but since then, a lot of concerns have been raised about their relationship. Fans of the actress and HGTV star have questioned if Zooey gets along with Linda Fan, the wife of Jonathan's twin brother, Scott. Some have questioned if Jonathan gets along well with Zooey's 2 children from her first marriage. Does Jonathan get along with Jacob Pekanik, Zooey's ex-husband and the father of her children? This is another subject that has been bothering everyone. People claimed that Zooey made her relationship with the HGTV star official on Instagram just 1 month after she declared her divorce from the producer in September 2019. Even though Zooey's breakup doesn't appear to be the result of foul play, she did move on quickly. What is the current state of Jonathan and Jacob's relationship? Regarding his soon-to-be wife's ex-husband, what has the home renovator said? As a stepfather, Jonathan Scott assumed a new role. Zooey Deschanel was married to producer Jacob Pekanik before her marriage to Jonathan Scott. After being married in 2015, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter called Elsie, that same year. Charlie, the kid of the ex-couple, was born in 2017. 2 years later, they decided to get a divorce. People stated that she and her ex had been apart for months before to their announcement, even though Jonathan and Zoe's relationship appeared to have started around the same time as her breakup with Jacob. After their breakup, Zoe and Jacob are still friends and co-parent their kids. Jonathan, on the other hand, had to adjust to life as Zoe's 2 children's stepfather. He talked about how he related to Zoe's kids in an interview posted on his and his brother Drew's website. Zoe's 2 kids did not immediately click with Jonathan, but when he worked on expressing my feelings to them, they developed a strong bond, Jonathan acknowledged in his interview. Jonathan also needed to determine the names that Zoe's 2 children would use to refer to him. They have their dad, and they have a great relationship with him, so he's daddy, Jonathan said. I couldn't say Papa because that's what they call their grandpa, though at one point we tried to change the narrative and get them to call me Papa instead, but they weren't having it. He continued, eventually they came up with my Jonathan. So whenever they tell a story they say, there's Daddy, there's Mommy, and he's my Jonathan. He and Zooey Deschanel's ex-husband have a strong relationship. What about the HGTV star's relationship with her ex-husband? Jonathan Scott managed to establish a bond with Zooey Deschanel's kids. Jonathan has only had positive things to say about Jacob Hickennick. Jonathan revealed in an interview with Entertainment Weekly that he and Jacob had a strong relationship. The father of the children is fantastic, and we have a wonderful relationship with him. The reality star also discussed how the blended family maintains their close bond through honest and open communication in the same interview. The Property Brothers star referred to it as the no BS policy, saying, "If there's something that's bothering us, we get it out before it becomes more than it needs to be." I've never met anyone with better dispute resolution abilities than Zooey. Although Zooey is extremely private about her 2 kids, she even hides their faces in her Instagram posts. She supports Jonathan's claim that he and her ex-husband have a wonderful relationship by sharing numerous pictures of the 2 of them with Elsie and Charlie. With one of Zooey's kids on each of their shoulders, the New Girl star posted a picture of Jacob and Jonathan together in June 2022, writing, "So thankful my kids have these 2 awesome guys in their lives." For Father's Day in June 2023, Zooey posted a montage of pictures honoring the men in her life. The first image had her ex-husband accompanying Zooey, Jonathan, Elsie, and Charlie to Disney World, where the blended family posed for a picture with Chewbacca, a character from Star Wars. As a mother in a co-parenting family, I am just so grateful for the dads in my life and my kids' lives, the actress said as the caption for her Instagram photo. From Papa, Caleb, Grandpa Jim, Bonus Daddy, Big Dad Jonathan, and Daddy Jacob. We are extremely fortunate to have wonderful father figures. It's wonderful to see everyone getting along for the benefit of her 2 children because Zooey's blended family is undoubtedly a unique sight in today's society. Breaking. HGTV's new Celebrity IOU season will star big names on January 6, 2025. The network announced in a press release that 6 major Hollywood stars would be featured on a new season of HGTV's popular show Celebrity IOU. The show allows celebrities to collaborate with Drew and Jonathan Scott on a surprise renovation project for a loved one in need as a token of appreciation. Actor Rob Lowe will star in the season premiere on February 3. Other celebrities scheduled to make appearances include comedian Sarah Silverman, Oscar candidate Andy Garcia, Hollywood icon Goldie Hawn, Friends alum Courtney Cox, Golden Globe winner Kyle MacLachlan, and Hollywood legend Goldie Hawn. Rob Lowe says it was amazing to bring a sledgehammer into his assistant's kitchen. In the HGTV season premiere, Lowe will knock on Carol's door with a mariachi band and the Scott brothers in tow, surprising his friend and 27-year assistant, whom he refers to as an integral part of his family. Lowe will then work with them to give Carol the stylish and functional kitchen and living areas she's always wanted, according to HGTV. One significant obstacle must be overcome, though, as HGTV stated that when Jonathan becomes ill, Lo must step out of his comfort zone and go full throttle with Drew, assisting him in installing luxury porcelain countertops, hanging white oak cabinets, and laying new flooring. The finished product will include unique elements like a built-in banquet and a pass-through window from the kitchen to Carol's backyard. Lo claims, "Look, I fake demo things on 9-to-11. Lone Star, in a social media teaser for his FX drama about Austin, Texas, first responders that HGTV posted. Regarding the equipment he is given to assist with demolition in Carol's kitchen, he explains, "I have a sledgehammer prop that weighs half of what one weighs. And I'm like, oh, this is real. We're really doing this." Swinging that sledgehammer was amazing. It was amazing. And everything is so explosive. Giving someone a gift is one thing, but altering their home is something else entirely, he explains. Since 2020, HGTV's Celebrity IOU has been a huge success. Since its premiere in April 2020, Celebrity IOU has been a huge hit. Brad Pitt was the first featured celebrity on the show, and over the course of the last 8 seasons, Melissa McCarthy, Viola Davis, Justin Hartley, Kris Jenner, Kevin Hart, Gwyneth Paltrow, Cindy Crawford, Zoe Saldana, and Drew Barrymore have all renovated spaces for their loved ones. According to HGTV, the most current season, which debuted in August and September of 2024, attracted close to 10 million viewers. According to the network's most recent press release, Jonathan stated, "I tell people every day that Drew and I have the greatest job in the world. We feel lucky that we're able to give these Hollywood powerhouses an opportunity to share a side of themselves you don't usually see, while also changing someone's life." There is a lot of history there because the celebrities have known their loved ones for years, so there is a lot of unique and diverse stories. They get the satisfaction of doing something for someone they love, and it feels amazing that Jonathan and I get to be the conduits for that, Drew continued. Jonathan Scott of Property Brothers selects this appliance finish for a contemporary appearance. Homeowners have traditionally stayed with stainless steel, black, or white finishes for kitchen appliances. But as trends shift to embrace statement-making colors and textures, bolder options are becoming more popular. In Season 6, Episode 2 of the popular home flipping series, which is included in a compilation video posted on YouTube, the design expert installed a microwave, an oven, and a wine cooler surrounded by matte black finishes as part of a kitchen upgrade that was unquestionably worth the cost. It turns out that HGTV star Jonathan Scott is known to use unconventional appliance finishes in some of his renovations on the TV show Brother vs. Brother. If your home is in dire need of a modern touch, don't be afraid to incorporate matte black finishes into your own kitchen. This design decision made the appliances blend seamlessly with the matte black cabinets Scott also installed, creating a very cohesive new kitchen. You might find this to be a pleasant alternative to spaces with appliances that do not coordinate with the colors of the surrounding kitchen cabinets. Matte black appliances have the power to completely change a room. The wood used throughout the old room contributed to an outdated look that probably did not help the home's resale value. Designer Jonathan Scott's choice to use matte black as part of the kitchen installation modernized the house's interior design. However, even though the finish made the kitchen featured on the show look more contemporary overall, it can easily complement any other aesthetic. The before photos of the space that Scott transformed in the Brother vs. Brother episode show how much of a difference the matte black finish made. One of the many benefits of black is that it can be paired with a wide range of colors. From neutral tones like beige and cream to bold shades like yellow or green, you can really get creative when it comes to finding colors that work well with matte black appliances. If you prefer a kitchen with more eclectic design details, you can dress up the matte black with pops of color. You might want to install an eye-catching backsplash that contrasts beautifully with the appliance finish, or you could. Why is matte black a better finish than others? The question of whether matte black is superior to glossy or flat jet black for appliance finishes is entirely up to you. Here are some key differences that make the matte texture stand out. and you may find them more or less appealing than the advantages and disadvantages of other finishes. For instance, matte hides imperfections better than glossy textures because it doesn't reflect light as much, which makes fingerprints and smudges more noticeable on glossy finishes. You should also be aware that the lack of light reflection can be a drawback for people with small kitchens because glossy appliances that readily reflect light appear larger. Appliances with a matte black finish also require a slightly different cleaning procedure. While you may be accustomed to polishing your stainless steel refrigerator or microwave to keep it looking brand new, this is not a required maintenance service for matte black appliances. To clean them properly, just use warm water and a microfiber cleaning cloth. You can also dip the cloth in warm, soapy water to help remove more difficult stains. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott provide an exciting wedding update. Although a date has not yet been set, Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel are planning an amazing party. The HGTV reality star has hinted that his twin brother Drew will probably be invited to the small gathering. The happy couple is focused on getting the ceremony's pomp and circumstance behind them because the reception will be amazing. One of Hollywood's most endearing leading ladies, Zooey Deschanel has starred in television and films such as Elf, 500 Days of Summer, and her award-winning role of Jess Daly on New Girl. Jonathan Scott is best known for his renovation television empire, which includes his roles on Property Brothers and all of its spin-offs. He and his twin brother, Drew Scott, have become top-tier personalities on HGTV. Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel are a match made in heaven, the quintessential Hollywood romance between Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel began when they first met during the filming of Carpool Karaoke. Coincidentally, Jonathan's brother Drew and Zooey's sister Emily Deschanel were present during the filming of this episode. Zooey had not publicly broken up with her ex-husband Jacob Pekenick at the time of their meet-cute, so they confirmed their relationship on Instagram just weeks later. Their relationship was full of adorable moments, such as quarantining together during COVID and getting Zooey on an episode of Celebrity IOU. After years of putting the rumors to rest, Zooey and Jonathan formally announced their engagement in August 2023. Jonathan, who was married to Kelsey Oley from 2007 to 2013, says, "When we met, it was amazing because we both had been through unsuccessful relationships. He and Zooey were looking for different things when they were younger and have stated that things might not have worked out if they had not met when they did. The synergy between learning what you don't want and thinking about what you do want was amazing. We clicked right away. We still occasionally have these adorable, nerdy moments where we wonder, wow, how did this take so long to happen?" Although we'll wait for the official wedding date, Jonathan has something to celebrate for the time being. Supported by the Bros, their most recent series has officially debuted on HGTV. Unlike any of their previous shows, this one is unique in that the Scott brothers will be working with their proteges to create a better future. Of course, fans of Property Brothers can watch all of their classics on Max. A ranking of every Property Brothers show it's just the Property Brothers. Jonathan and Drew Scott are the Canadian twins who have taken the home renovation world by storm. They have a number of programs and spin-offs to their name on HGTV that revolve around buying, selling, and renovating properties. Since they first appeared on the scene in the early 2010s, Jonathan and Drew have become synonymous with real estate and home renovation television. It's time to celebrate some of Jonathan and Drew's other amazing shows. Starting with Property Brothers, Jonathan and Drew have attached their names to a variety of projects, both as the main stars and producers for other personalities. Whether it's spin-offs and companion series like Buying and Selling or bringing drag queen icon Trixie Mattel's dream to the screen on Trixie Motel, Jonathan and Drew have left their mark on HGTV and the reality television industry as a whole. Brothers in real estate. At home on the ranch taking on a friend's ranch close to the Scott brothers' house, Jonathan and Drew Scott go out west for one of their most difficult jobs to date, turning the dilapidated property into a rancher's paradise. The makeover of the barn and the guest house were among the projects Jonathan and Drew took on in the 10 weeks allotted for the project. The 4-episode series also featured performances of the brothers' first country hits, Hold On and Let the Night Shine In. The spin-off of the spin-off gave viewers a closer-up look at the Scott brothers' early years, complete with old anecdotes and pictures of the boys. Yes, Jonathan and Drew were ranch kids. Drew's honeymoon house. Property Brothers at Home with Lyndon participating. Property Brothers at Home. Drew's honeymoon house gave each of the celebrities a chance to shine as newly engaged Drew Scott and his fiancée Linda Pham looked for their first Los Angeles home together prior to exchanging vows. Following this episode, of course, Drew and Linda celebrated their wedding on TV. Drew found the house, Jonathan planned it, and Linda decorated it. The 1921 house was completely renovated, with all the features that made it ideal for the couple. With no teams or eliminations, it was just brother versus brother as they tested their house flipping and home repair talents in the spin-off Brothers Take New Orleans, which carried the sibling rivalry between Jonathan and Drew to the Big Easy. Jonathan and Drew renovated side-by-side shotgun-style homes in 4 episodes of this show, which included special guest judges like Scott Bakula and Hoda Kotb. The brothers not only let the good times roll, but they also had the opportunity to highlight the beauty of New Orleans. Ultimately, Drew emerged victorious, winning this round of the Battle of the Brothers. With Jonathan concentrating on remodeling and designing the owner's existing property, and Drew looking for the ideal future home, buying and selling showcased the best of both lads as they assisted homeowners in need of a home sale and purchase. The issue was that Drew was frequently pushed to the sidelines as the remodeling portion of the show took center stage. The Property Brothers spin-off was one of the most popular shows on HGTV, Brothers of Property. At home, the series turned the stars into their own customers, and Jonathan and Drew Scott take on one of their most difficult projects, renovating their Las Vegas house to the point of completeness in time for the Scott family reunion. The brothers were roommates, and Las Vegas served as their home base, so they were able to find the ideal place to unwind when they weren't working non-stop. The show provided viewers with a behind-the-scenes look at Drew and Scott's lives that they had never had before. After Jonathan and Drew moved on, the Las Vegas house was sold in 2020. Jonathan and Drew Scott transform ordinary things into dreams on Property Brothers. Forever Home, a series that follows couples who are already settled but have the need and desire to modify their home to suit their family's needs. The brothers help families discover the potential of their hidden gems. With no real estate associated with the show, Drew gets down and dirty with Jonathan in Property Brothers. Forever Homes, which is distinctive enough to have the atmosphere of the flagship program, by fusing it with contemporary themes and trends through the use of modern technologies and refurbished homes inspired by tourism. In Brother vs. Brother, the sibling rivalry is evident as Team Drew and Team Jonathan strive to construct the greatest residence while competing for the right to boast and the opportunity to assist home improvement professionals in becoming the best at what they do. Brother vs. Brother excels at combining the elements viewers are accustomed to seeing on Property Brothers with a competition element that fans of reality television are familiar with. The show has undergone a number of changes over the years, including the removal of the team element, where the loser of each challenge would be required to complete a dare. Riding the wave of the home renovation trend, Property Brothers became the model for other shows that have since won over HGTV fans. The show follows twins Drew and Jonathan Scott as they work with potential homeowners to find a fixer-upper that will eventually become their ideal home. It has been hailed as one of the best home improvement shows on television for years, and of course, with success comes parody, as it has been repeatedly parodied by Saturday Night Live and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Through challenges, many of which are manufactured for drama, Drew and Jonathan have a deadline and a dream that eventually becomes a reality. The homeowners are surprised by the reveal because Drew and Jonathan keep the families away until the very end. Celebrities show their appreciation by surprising people in their lives with a home renovation led by Jonathan and Drew Scott. Celebrity IOU brings in A-list celebrities who get down and dirty while sharing their stories about why they are giving back to the people in their lives. People love it when they see others give back, especially when it's a well-known celebrity doing something for the important people in their lives. Everyone from Melissa McCarthy to Brad Pitt and Halle Berry to Drew Barrymore has been on the show, and the Hollywood touch makes this series worth all the effort Jonathan and Drew have put in over the years. This one is sure to make you cry.